Yesterday we have seen how to install Jenkins on Linux, and we have installed Jenkins. So how to see the status of the Jenkins, whether the Jenkins is started or stopped.
Service.
Sudo service Jenkins start status. Sorry.
Okay, sudo service Jenkins status. So my Jenkins is in active and running state. So I can go and access my Jenkins. I'll check this. I'll take the public IP address of this. At this 8080. Okay. Yesterday we have installed all the suggested plugins. Everything we have configured the admin user, right? So this username cannot be only admin. You can have any name. I gave it as admin, right? If you want, you can give your name also. But that user going to be as admin user, means root user for your Jenkins. He can do anything on your Jenkins, right? Now, next. once we log in, right? I want to create a job. So what is a job, right? We do some steps in Jenkins, right, for automation, like getting the code from Git, running Maven, SonarQube, some things we do, right? So I want to do something. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new job. By clicking on new item, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to name it. For example, I'm going to name it as sample job. Sample job. Okay, or else my first job. My first job. Okay, I'm going to name it like this. So next, let me keep it in small case only. Okay. So now, when I'm creating like this, there are different styles of projects. For me, for now, let me select this freestyle job. So there are different jobs like this freestyle pipeline. We will get few more Maven style like that. What is this freestyle is? It is like a white paper. You can write anything. This is the central feature of Jenkins. Jenkins will build your project, combine any SM with any builds, and this can be even used for something other than software build. Means you can use this build for any other purpose. Means it is like a white paper you can use for anything. It will have all the features you can use however you want. Right. So now I'm going to select this. I'll show you. I'll go here. So I'm selecting. I'm trying to create a new job. I'm naming it as this my first job, and I want that my first job as an freestyle type of job. So I'm creating a job here. I'm giving that description. This job is created to pull the code from GitHub repo, something, right? So like this, I'm giving, and practice. Like this, some description means why you are creating this job, some description you write it. So what are these options? We'll see later one by one. Okay, we'll learn this later. Okay, these are general settings. We'll come to this later. Now in my Jenkins, what I want to do is I want to pull the code from Jenkins. GitHub. My Jenkins wants to pull the code from GitHub. How to pull it is here in the source code management section. So you can see the sections here. If I click on source code management, it will come here, right? Here under the source code management section, there is a Git option coming. If I don't this Git option, then what is the issue means? I have not added a Git related plugin to my Jenkins. I said, right, Jenkins work based on plugins. Jenkins is a plugin based tool. So if you want to integrate your Jenkins with Git, you need to have Git plugin. If you want to integrate your Git Jenkins with SVN, you need to have SVN plugin like that, right? So now I have only Git. Now I have added Git. Why? Because this was there in the suggested plugins. This Git was there in the suggested plugins itself. So now I'm selecting this. Now it means I don't want source code. For this job, I don't want source code management itself. In the description, in the explanation itself, we say, right, freestyle job can be used for anything, not only for this source code this source code management, source code pulling, deploy, not only for this purpose. Other than this, also we can use this freestyle job. But I want to use it for Git. You can select this. You don't want to pull the source code, you don't use it. It is like a white paper. It has so many options. Whatever you want, you have to manually pick it. So I want source code to be pulled in this job. So select this. So this is a GitHub repository, right? you have to give the GitHub repository URL here. So take this, not this URL, not this URL, take this URL. Okay, go on, put it here, put it here. So now it is saying, see, in Jenkins, the benefit is when you have given option here to check whether it is working or not, you just enter the value and click somewhere here, like I'm clicking here, immediately showed error, failed to connect to Git repository, error performing Git commands, Git ls remote something, it is failed. Why? Can you guess why it has failed? Where is my Jenkins installed? On this instance, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So my Jenkins is installed on this Linux machine, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now when I give my Git details here, GitHub details here, my Jenkins will try to connect it to that GitHub repository, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
when Jenkins tries to connect to GitHub repository, internally it will execute some commands, right? Git clone or Git like this, Git ls remote -h like this. It will execute some Git related commands, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is my Linux. Here I installed Jenkins, right? In Jenkins, I gave one GitHub repository URL. So my GitHub is here. So when I give the URL, my Jenkins tries to connect from here to here. So when it tries to connect from here to here, it will execute a Git command on this. My Jenkins tool will execute some Git command here. Yes or no? Git related command.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I type Git here, what it is saying? Command not found. So what does that mean? I don't have Git installed on this machine. Wherever my Jenkins is there on that Linux machine, I don't have Git installed. I don't have Git installed. So that is the reason my Jenkins is failing. It is trying to execute a Git ls, means it is trying to check whether I will be able to connect to this particular GitHub. The repository URL, whatever is given here, Jenkins is trying to connect to that, whether I can connect to this or not. It is not pulling, but it's just trying to connect. It's failing. Why? Because Git is not installed here. So that is the reason I'm going to install Git. How to install Git is sudo yum install Git -y. Okay, yum install Git. This is how we install it on Linux. Okay. So now Git is installed. Now if I type Git command, it is saying not command not found. It is not giving that command not found. It is saying help. It is giving some help, right? So you can check the Git version also. Git --version. Okay, it is saying this version of Git is installed. Okay, I have Git. Now to check that, now let me modify this. Just modify remove t, keep t, and put it here, right? Still it is throwing error. Why? Can you guess? Because you haven't reloaded. So let me save the job and edit it. So I saved that job, the same job. I'll go to Jenkins dashboard. See here, earlier only new item, create job, some text was there. Now I created a job. This job is there. Now let me edit it. How to edit this is, how to go back to that is just click on this drop down. Click on this drop down, go to configure. Configure is nothing but edit. Now I'm going here, right? Now, if I type something here and click here, is it throwing any error?
No.
No, means my Git is able to, my Jenkins is able to connect to this GitHub repository. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now one thing, this is a public repository or private repository?
Public.
Public.
This is a public repository, clearly saying it is a public repository. So if this is a public repository, to clone the code or else to connect to the repository, do we need to give credentials? Did I logged into this GitHub repository? Even if I log out also, I will be able to see that. I logged out. I'm able to see this GitHub project even after logging out. Did I sign in? No. This is a public repository. I have read access. I can do anything. So as this is a public repository, when my Jenkins is connecting to this GitHub and tries to clone the code, do my Jenkins need credentials to connect to that GitHub repository?
No.
No. But if it is a private repository, do we have a read access on that by default without logging?
No, sir.
No. No. If it is a as this is a public repository, without giving credentials also it is able to connect. But if it is a private repository, it cannot connect. But how to give the credentials? If it is a private repository, right? Then my Jenkins tries to connect to that and it fails because Jenkins don't have credentials, username and password to connect to this GitHub. How to give username and password to your GitHub? Sorry, how to give your GitHub username and password to your Jenkins? How to use that is here. Click on this, add. For now, this is a public repository. So even if you don't give credentials, also not at all an issue. But if this is a private repository, and if you want to give username and password for this Jenkins to connect this GitHub repository, then you have to give a username and password here. How to give the username and password for this GitHub repository is go here, add first. So here like this. Okay, first like this, just click on this drop down, add drop down, Jenkins, select this, global credentials. You want to connect to your GitHub with username and password? Yes, username, password. There are different things like username and private key, username and password. There are so many options, but the default one is username and password. Leave it. Domain, leave this as global credentials. What is this and all we'll see later. Kind, username with password. Scope, global. Username I'm going to give like this, KC Technologies. So this is my username at gmail.com is my username. Password is some password. So like that, I'll give one password and give some ID. This is KC Tech Git, something like this ID. Git. Why we need to give this ID? Because I'll tell you later. This is important. Let's add the credentials. So I gave username, password, add the credentials. Now, as I added the credentials here, now when I go here, it will show in the list. I'm going to pick this. So now when my Jenkins tries to connect to this GitHub repository, it will use these credentials. As this is a public repository, you no need to have credentials also. Without credentials also, it will connect. If this is a private repository, it needs credentials to connect. So how to add credentials is you can go and add from here. Once we add it, if you select the credentials, adding is not enough. Once you add, you have to select. See, I have one more GitHub repository, or else like Tomcat. For Tomcat, I want to connect to Tomcat. For Tomcat also, I'll add credentials, right? So now it will show both Tomcat and Git credentials here. So if you don't select anything here, how can your Jenkins connect to that GitHub repository, right? So you have to tell from the list of credentials, you use these credentials to this connect to this GitHub. Okay, understood? Okay. Next, this credentials, why I am giving ID, you know, this one. If you give ID here, for example, I have same password for a Tomcat and GitHub. Now it will list like this. Password is hidden stars. Username is same for Tomcat and GitHub. So how you will identify this is for Tomcat, this is for GitHub, because username is same, password is different. So if you give an ID, you can easily identify this is for Git, this is for Tomcat, like that. Okay, I'm selecting this. Now let me save the changes. Right, there are so many options. We'll see one by one later. For now, let's see this. Now my job is there. Now I created a job. Now I want to execute this job. Means my job has to take the code from GitHub. Now I want to execute this job. I have given the steps. Okay, I have given the steps. So when I execute this job, what it has to, my Jenkins has to take the code from GitHub. Right? So how to execute the job is click on this job. There is an option called as build now. You can click from here, or else you can click from here itself. Build now. From the drop down also you can click. You can just click on the drop down, click on build now, or else you can click on the job. From here also you can click on build now. Now I'm clicking on build now. Now see, it will start executing. So I want to see what is happening in the background. The logs I want to see. These are called as logs, console output I'm seeing. See here, it is saying admin.gmail.com. This user has executed a job. See, the recommended Git tool is none something. It is saying building a workspace. I'll talk about this later. Next, cloning the Git repository. Is it trying to clone the code? Means it is trying to get the code from GitHub repository. Is it getting that? Is it getting? Yes or no? The build is success finally. So it is saying cloning the remote Git repository. So now my Jenkins has my Jenkins has cloned the code from that GitHub repository to my local. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But where it cloned? Where it will clone? Can you guess? I said, right? Whatever the operation will be done by Jenkins, everything will be stored under var/lib/Jenkins. This is the Jenkins home directory. This is the Jenkins home directory. Now, if I go to this directory, right? So I can see so many folders there. Right? See, this is my var/lib/Jenkins. Here, if I type ls, you can see something called as jobs. So the information of these jobs means nothing but this jobs is present inside this directory. Logs related to Jenkins present here. Secrets, we just created a username and password, right? That secret information, that use passwords will be stored here. User information, right? Admin user we have, like that. If we create few more user, those user information will be present here. Plugins, what are all the plugins we added to Jenkins? The suggested plugins, everything will be present here. In future, if we add any external plugins, those will be also come and sit here. Now workspace. So here itself, if I go to the job console output, right? Just let me go here. So if I get into, okay, that has gone. Here, if I go to this console output, here itself it is saying under var/lib, this is current work, under var/lib/Jenkins, there is var/lib/Jenkins, there is one folder called as workspace. Under this workspace, it has created a folder with my first job name, means the job name, right? It has created a job name. Inside that, all the information of this job has been cloned. Let me show you that. cd workspace, right? Under this workspace, see, remember one thing, if you are using a clone, means if you are trying to clone the code from your job, inside your job, if you are inside your job, if you are using SCM and trying to clone the code, then what Jenkins will do is under var/lib/Jenkins, under workspace, under var/lib/Jenkins workspace directory, it is going to create a folder with the job name. It is going to create a one folder with the job name, and inside the folder it is going to clone. Here, if you type, I am inside that. Type, you can see all the files. See src, target, web content, whatever is there on my GitHub repository. So whatever is there, right? Starts at web content, src, see web content, src, everything is there. Okay, if I go here, form.xml, Tomcat deployment, see form.xml, Tomcat. So it has cloned, right? Where Jenkins has cloned? Under Jenkins home directory, var/lib/Jenkins directory. It has created one workspace. For each purpose, there is one folder. cd ... Here, for each purpose, for jobs information here, for logs here, for plugins here, once for secrets here, for users here, for cloning the workspaces. Under var/lib/Jenkins, it created a workspace directory. It has under this workspace directory, for each job, it will create a folder. Now, what if I create one more job here? Like my first job is there, right? My second job I'll create and I'll clone some other repository. What it will do? It will create one more under this workspace directory. It will create one more folder called as my second job. Inside that folder, it will clone that code. Understood, guys? Yes or no?
Yes,
Sir.
Okay. Now, like this, I want to edit this job. Okay, already opened it, right? So I want to edit this job. One more step. So first step in my Jenkins, what I did is I am creating one job. In the job, what I did is first step I have given us cloning the code from GitHub repository. Second step, if you clone the code, means if you want to deploy into Tomcat, first we have to get the code from GitHub. Okay, we got that GitHub code. Next step, what I have to do? I have to build using Maven. Right? So when I tried how to build using Maven is, if you go to this, so there are different steps. We'll see this one by one. We'll learn, right? For now, let me show you this. How to build using this is, there is one default option under build section. See, under we have SCM. Next we have build triggers, right? and after that build environment like that, there is something called as builds. If we come to builds, there is one option called as invoke top level Maven targets is there. Here we have to go. What is our goal? We have to give MVN clean package, right? MVN, you need to give clean package. We'll give it. Now, after giving this, let me click this here. Let me click this here. So by default, it is not throwing any error. Let me save the change. Let me save the change. Now I'll go to that job. I'll go to this job. I'll click on build now. Now tell me, this time my Jenkins is going to clone the code or else just going to fetch the code?
It will fetch the
Fetch.
Why not clone? Because it already cloned. It will
Clone.
just try to pull the latest changes. Now let me click on build now. See, after this, it will show the second build. One, it is already success. Green color means first job is success. Second job is failure. Second time, just now when I click on first time build now, right? This is the first time, it is success. It is successfully able to get the code from GitHub. Second time when I clicked on, it failed. What is the reason? Let me go here and show you. See, started by a user. This user has clicked on that build now option, means the job has been triggered by that user. It is saying building the workspace here using credentials casing it something. It is saying now it is saying remote version something. It is saying, and if you come here somewhere here, it will tell means the git part is done. The git part is done till here. The git commands you can observe here git wherever. See, this is related to git. This is success. This success, everything related to git is success. But when we come down, we have given the second step as executing Maven clean goal, right? MVN, we no need to give. In the goal, we have given clean package. As it is a Maven goal, automatically it is going to prefix that MVN. Automatically it is going to prefix MVN. So it started executing a goal called as MVN clean package. It failed. Command execution failed. Why? The overall build has failed. Overall build has failed as it is unable to execute a Maven clean package. Means it is able to execute the first step. Last time for the first build, we gave only git commands. It executed git cloning. But when it came to Maven, it is failing. Why? Can you guess this? Because on my Jenkins, I don't have Maven. When I execute MVN, it is failing here. Command not found. So now, wherever my Jenkins is there, right? On that Linux mission only, my Jenkins is going to execute a goal called as MVN clean package. But Maven is not there here. That is the reason it is failing. Understood? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now I want to download Maven and set the path. So let's do that quickly. Okay. I'll go here. Download Maven for Windows or whatever it is same. I'll go to the downloads. Right, I'll go here. Zip file I'll take. I'll go to, in general, we'll download to OPT directory, right? I'll go to /OPT. I'll wget. I'll download here only.
Sir. Hello?
Okay, it has, yes.
We downloading in CD/OPT in this Linux. We take another AWS means it in Linux CD/OPT it will be there only, sir.
No, see, you don't get confused. One Linux machine equal to one computer, one EC2 instance. One EC2 instance is like one computer. If you download in this EC2 instance, will the same softwares will be available in the other instance?
No.
I'm downloading one EC2, means in my local, I downloaded one Maven software. So will it be there in your laptop? Will it be there on your laptop?
No.
No, these are like two computers. So to this computer, I connected from my Git bash. Means how to connect? You have a computer here where AWS created it in North Virginia. But how to connect to that? You are connecting, you are using your Git bash and command you are connecting to this. Okay, you done with this. You downloaded something here. Okay, done. But will that be available in the another EC2 instance? No, it is like a total different computer itself. Understood? Okay. Now this. So I am under OPT directory. I'm trying to download that Maven software. Where is that? Okay. Let me try to get it once again. Don't get confused. I said you this many times. Wget. Yes, It's like one computer. So okay, sudo download. I'm downloading it. So I have this Maven. Okay, I'm going to download that Maven, unzip that Maven. Unzip. Anyways, it's waste of asking you commands. Again, sudo. Okay, I'll go to this CD. Apache Maven. Right. CD bin pwd. We'll take this path. I'll go to CD. I'll go to user home directory vi dot bash underscore profile. Here I'll set the path. Okay. Here I'm going to set the path m2 underscore home equal to this one. I'll come here. I no need to tell how to set the path for Maven. Don't ask me also. I'm not going to tell because we already completed Maven. I explained it. Okay. Now source bash profile. If I type mvn command -version. Okay. It has to show that. Okay. My Maven is there. Now let me go to my Jenkins job. And now let me go to my Jenkins job. So this is my Jenkins job. I'll go here, or is this right? I'll go to my Jenkins job once again. I'll try to trigger now. I have set the path, right? Maven path. So if I go to my Jenkins job, here I'm using clean package, right? Clean package. So last time it was unable to understand the MVN commands because wherever my Jenkins is there, their Maven is not there. So it has failed. Now I configured Maven. So now let me run the job. Now let's see that. See, second ability is failure, right? It will trigger the third one. Third one is also failure. Why so? Third one is also failure. But see here, similar like that, command execution failed. Why? See here, cannot run program MVN, no such file or there. Everything I did correct. Why it is failing? Is in Jenkins itself, you need to tell. You have set that Maven home directory, Maven bin location for your Linux mission, you said. So your Linux is able to understand your Maven, but Jenkins cannot understand. You have to tell that Maven path for your Jenkins also. This is an extra step we have to do in Jenkins. If you configure Maven and set the path for your Linux mission, your Linux can understand that Maven commands, but not your Jenkins. So for that, you have to install Jenkins on, you have to configure Maven on your Linux. You have to configure Maven on your Linux. Along with that, you have to do one more extra step, that is, you have to go to your Jenkins under dashboard. Under dashboard of your Jenkins, there is something called as manage Jenkins. This symbol is gear symbol. Wherever you see this gear symbol, if you see in Jenkins, this gear symbol is nothing but like a settings. So under this manage Jenkins is too much important. Under this manage Jenkins, there is something called as global tool configuration. You have to go to this. There is something called as global tool configuration. You have to click on this. Scroll down somewhere like this, you will be able to see Maven, right? Here, click on add Maven, give that m2 underscore home. What is this? Install automatically. I'll tell that later. Now you give your Maven path directory. Maven path, wherever your Maven is there, right? CD, okay. CD / optc / Apache Maven / bin. This location is there, right? Here pwd, you take this directory. So how you are setting the path for your Linux mission, like that you have to define where is your Maven. That Maven you have to define it here and pass it here. So you know, you see, I'm giving this full path bin and clicking here, it will throw error. Why? See, it is saying bin does not looks like a, this one does not look like a Maven directory. Why? Because here you should not give bin. Automatically it will append bin, right? You should not give bin. What is this install automatically? It is giving, that we will see later. For now, what is a Maven? I have set, right, that I am giving here. Save it. Now let's get back to our job. Here, configure. Here, what I'll do is, here, when I'm running a Maven goal, here I have to select whatever I have set in the global manage Jenkins global tool configuration, I have created Maven M2 underscore home, right? Now it will show that. Now it is showing that M2 underscore home. I have to select it here. So to support Maven, what you have to do? You have to configure Maven on your Linux machine and set the path. That is done. But even after that, your your Linux can understand, but not your Jenkins. So to make your Jenkins understand your MVN, right? You have to go and set the Maven home directory to your Jenkins. How to set? Manage Jenkins global tool configuration. There you will be able to see Maven. So there click on add Maven and give a name for that Maven and value as the Maven home directory. But there you should not give bin. So once you give there, it under this drop down, it will show that you select this and save the job. Save the job. Now I saved it. Now I'll go here and click on build now. Now let's see that output. Now the fourth job is getting triggered. It is taking time. Now if I go here, now you can see that. See this, it is downloading. So if I go here, Git part is done. When it starts executing that Maven clean package, when it started MVN clean package, now you understand from which location it is executing. OPT something from this location, wherever we have given M2 underscore home in the global tool configuration, right? There it is executing MVN clean package and it is executing this. See, it is downloading whatever the dependencies we mentioned in the form.xml, everything it started downloading and it has generated the artifact itself and placed inside this var/lib/jenkins workspace. Under that, it has created a folder called as my first job, where it has cloned the code. Inside the targets, it has generated and placed the artifact. It has generated and placed the artifact. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Sir.
Now I have a var file. Now can I take this and deploy into my Tomcat?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, how many steps I added? 2 steps in my job. One is take the code from GitHub, then call Maven. If I add the third step as to deploy into Tomcat, now when I click on the build now option of this job, what it will do? Automatically my Jenkins will connect to my GitHub, take the code, call Maven and place the target in var file in the target directory. Now it will take it and automatically deploy into Tomcat. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we'll see that part later. Okay, I'll give that as an assignment. I'll show you that. You take it as assignment. I'll implement it tomorrow. But for how to do that? How to do that? The step. So first step, you know this. You can take the code from GitHub. Next, you can use this Maven.